Okay, so what we're doing now is exercise 4.5 on arithmetic sequences, okay? And this is question 3. In an arithmetic sequence, the fourth term T4 is 19 and the seventh term T7 is 31. Find the first term A and the common difference D. Well, the thing to remember is T1 is A, T2 is A plus D, T3 is A plus 2D, therefore T4 is A plus 3D, and A plus 3D therefore has to be equal to 19. T7 is going to be A plus 6D, and that has to equal 31. And then all of a sudden you have a simultaneous equation. Now upon this simultaneous equation we're going to multiply this one by minus, so we're going to get minus A minus 3D minus 19. What we're going to get is 3D equals 12. And then D equals 4. Okay, so 3D equals 12, D equals 4. Okay, and then we have to figure out what A is, so we're going to substitute A back into formula B. So we're going to get A plus 6 times 4 is 24 equals 31. And then it's going to be A equals 7 because it's going to be A equals 31 minus 24. A therefore equals 7. Okay, now that is question 3. Now we're going to try number 6. Okay, so in question 6, in arithmetic sequence, the first term T1 is 7 and the fifth term T5 is 19. Okay, so T1 equals 7, T5 equals 19. Find the common difference D. So T1 is simply A equals 7. T5 is A plus 4D because it's 1 less than 5. That equals 19. And now we know that A equals 7, so we can replace 7 plus 4D equals 19. And then we can say that 4D equals 19 minus 7, which is 12. D therefore equals 3. So A equals 7 and D equals 3. Okay. Now, find in terms of n the expression for Tn, hence or otherwise find T20. Okay, so in this case what we're going to do is we're going to write down the formula for Tn. So Tn equals A plus n minus 1 times D. Tn therefore is A, which is going to be 7, plus n minus 1 times 3. 7 plus 3n minus 3. Then what we're going to get next is 3n and then plus 4. So Tn equals 3n plus 4. Now I have to figure out what T20 is. So T20 is going to mean replace n with 20. So 3 times 20 plus 4, and that equals 64. Okay, which term of the sequence is 100? So which term is 100? So to find out what term is 100, we say Tn equals 3n plus 4. That in turn equals 100. Okay. And then what we get is 3n equals 100 minus 4, which is 96. N equals 32. Because 96 divided by 3 is 32, so it's the 32nd term. Okay, so we've done 3 and 6 already. Now we're going on to, I suppose, question 8. Okay. So, question 8. The first 4 terms of a arithmetic series are 5, p, q and 11. Find the value of p and the value of q. Okay, well remember, if that's T1, T2, T3 and T4. Okay, so technically T3 minus T2 is D, and Okay, and so is T3 minus T2 equals D. So P Q minus P. Okay, and that's going to equal. That's also going to equal. Let me see. We can do T4 minus T3. T4 minus T3 also equals D, and that's 11 minus Q. So Q minus P equals 11 minus Q. And then what we can get here is we can cross multiply the two and we get 2Q minus P equals 11. So I've got one simultaneous equation there already. Now I have to do T2 minus T1, which also equals D. And T2 minus T1 is going to be P minus 5 equals D. And that means that Q minus P, which is T3 minus T2 equals P minus 5. Then what we're going to get is Q minus 2P equals 5. So Q minus 2P equals 5. So we have a simultaneous equation there. Going to multiply the top one by minus 2. So I'm going to get minus 4Q plus 2P equals minus 22. The bottom one is going to be Q minus 2P equals 5. So there's just a quick mistake in there, guys. That's a minus 5. Okay, so that's why I wasn't going to go unequally. And then what we're going to get is minus 3Q equals minus 27. Q therefore equals minus 27 divided by minus 3 is 9. Now we know that Q is 9. We can find out what P is. So 2Q, is this part here, is 18 minus P equals 11. Then P over that side, 11 over this side. So 18 minus 11 equals P. P equals 7. Okay, so we have 7 and 9. So 7, 9, 11. Okay, now find T10, the 10th term. Well, we know that A is 1. So Tn equals A plus n minus 1 times D. And what we know is that Tn is going to be, we know that D is 2 because there's a gap of 2 between each one, and we know A is 5, so it's going to be 5 plus n minus 1 times 2, which is going to be 5 plus 2n minus 2, and that's going to be 2n plus 3. Replace in n equals 20. So when we replace in, Tn, we're looking for T10. So n equals 10. Replace in 10, and we get 2 times 10 plus 3 is 23. Okay, so 23 is the 10th term. Okay. So we go for number 9 then. The first 5 terms in our arithmetic series are P, Q, 4 and R minus 2. Find the value of P and the value of Q and the value of R. Okay. So what we might be able to do here is find out what we call this T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. Now what I might be able to do here is relate the information T3 and T5. So what I could do is this. I could say that if T1 is A, T2 is A plus D, T4 therefore is A plus 3D, and T5 is therefore A plus 4D. Now if I got T5 minus T3, so that's going to be A plus 4D minus T3, which is A plus 2D. And we know that T5 minus T3 is minus 2 minus 4 from this above, and we know that equals A plus 4D. So the A's cancel, and then we have 4D minus 2D, which is going to be 2D. Now we know that we can find out what D is this time, so we can say that minus 6 equals 2D. D therefore equals minus 3. So I could actually work backwards then, and I could actually work out the full sequence by going backwards. So we could say that it's the last term, T5 is minus 2. T4 then is going to be 3 above that, which is going to be 1. T3 is 4. T2 is 7. And T1 is 10. So we can see that it goes down 3 every time. Okay? And then now we know what A is. A is T1, which is 10. So A is 10. So I found out what P, Q, and R are as well. So P is 10, Q is 7, and R is 1. Okay, and then what we have next is going to be basically find the 20th term. So I'm going to do Tn. Well, we can do Tn, or we can just do the fact that T20 is A plus 19D. You could also use your A plus N minus 1 times D formula, but it's no need. Then A is 10, and then D is going to be 19 times minus 3. 10 minus 57, therefore equals minus 47. Okay, so that's minus 47. Now,